There's just an aspect to the business of law and to, how to actually best advocate for yourself, your clients, your law firm that isn't necessarily taught in law schools and that a lot of law firms are lacking as far as the training aspect.
It's interesting combining your perspective, sort of seeing the youngest lawyers, the brand new lawyers as they come out of law school, kind of what their skill set is, if they have skills at that point, what their knowledge base is, what their perspectives are, and then me on the firm side, hearing from them what their perspective is in terms of the hiring environment and what their wish list is and what opportunities exist within their firm and what some of their challenges and frustrations are, quite frankly, with hiring younger lawyers, whether they're right out of law school or even a lateral hire from another firm where they're not prepared and they can't hit the ground running. So it's kind of like starting from scratch.
What I'm seeing as a law professor dealing with and working daily with the students that are going to go out into the workforce is that, as you mentioned, their quality and their values are a little bit different. This generation actually does not put as much emphasis on the compensation as they do on the need to feel appreciated and to feel invested in, to make sure that they have a quality career ahead of them.
But they have to be taught these skills. They have to understand, they have to build a lot of things like executive presence, confidence, how to present yourself professionally, how to articulate well, how to communicate well, how to manage your time, how to do project management, how to manage people, all these things that are so important to being a successful lawyer that just aren't taught in law school. And quite frankly, are not taught in many associate programs either.
And I think that a lot of the associate program trainings that currently exist teach some of it, but maybe not integrating all of the aspects that the Savvy Advocate is going to embrace and help teach associates.
Every firm in America is struggling with the same thing. They're all looking for the same candidate, the associate for maybe 1-2 years of experience up to maybe at 8 or 10. And since everybody is looking for the same person, how do you find them? But more importantly, how do you hold on to them? Law firms should really care about this when they think about quantifying how much it costs them to recruit and hire and train and retain their best people, because that is the biggest exposure that these firms face.
And I think a lot of law firms don't necessarily think about those numbers.
The Savvy Advocate is focused on helping firms to be more profitable by helping them to protect the biggest investment they make, which is their people, in particular, their associates, those that are just joining the firm, less experienced, a little bit on the greener side, that really need to develop themselves as successful lawyers.